I'm not gonna lie, dog. When COVID hit, I bought a chingo of ivermectin.
Over it. Wait,
because
did you buy the human one or the horse one?
I just bought it. So I have some if you need some.
Yeah.
I bought a lot of ivermectin because my thing is when the media, the mainstream media is telling me not to do something, I most likely will do the opposite.
Dude, you can't. Again, I don't have cable TV. I don't listen to any of that shit. Like I look at everything. Like I look at everything coming from everywhere.
Hey, but did you know not to buy ivermectin? Did you know how they were saying not to do that?
Yeah, for sure. And like you, the moment they said don't do this, I was like,
why not?
Yeah, y'all looking for a payday, dude.
Yeah, why not?
You guys
because of big pharma, dog.
Well, yeah, of course, and that's what it always is, dude. Anytime something gets a ban, that's like, why? Out of the blue, it's like, why? It's because someone's pockets aren't being lined by that.
Bud.
Bud is another one, dude.
Marijuana.
But Bud has been outlawed for so long, and it has
hemp in general.
Yeah, it's crazy
because it could be used for so much.
Clothes, automobiles. I said that shit like a fucking old man.
Because you're fucking New York, dog.
A car, cars, clothing.
What did you say?
Automobiles. Cars, clothing, fucking textile, everything, dude. It can be used.
Your past life came out and said automobiles.
Dude, my fucking 1920s came out.
Have you? I know you have.
What?
I know you've seen talk about hidden history.
Dude, for sure. Like hidden history.
The World Fair.
Have you seen the fucking pyramids in Antarctica?
Fuck yeah, I've seen the pyramids in Antarctica.
Dude.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the hidden history in the United States. The hidden history. Have you heard about the World Fair? The World Fair theory?
No. Go ahead.
Okay,
hit me. Maybe I have, but it's like through bits and pieces of shit.
There was a civilization that existed before our civilization.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But very recent. So if you look in the United States, there has been a major fire in every state. And supposedly that major fire burnt out or destroyed or gave a reason to destroy the remnants of an old civilization. Right? So the World Fair is an example. People say, okay, the World Fair, like the World Fair Chicago, World Fair St. Louis, they built these extravagant buildings, dog.
Yeah.
Only to tear them down.
Well, even in New York, the World Fair 19 something. I want to say 50s or 60s. The World Fair. You remember in Men in Black when at the end they climb up that big thing and they go to Brooklyn and they climb up that big thing and they get in and it's a UFO and he tries to fly away and they shoot it down and it comes back. That was a World Fair 1960 something in New York.
And didn't we just say earlier today that motion picture is getting us ready for the fucking truth?
This is what I'm saying.
Okay, so I did research on this. It's not a lot of research, but enough because the Eiffel Tower was a part of the Paris World Fair.
And it stayed up, yeah.
And I looked at this. I looked at the Eiffel Tower. Supposedly the Eiffel Tower took 2 years to build. And they decided to not destroy it, not tear it down. But the Eiffel Tower looks like it didn't take 2 years to build. And they built it in 1906, 1906 to 1908. Imagine building the Eiffel Tower in 1906, what they needed to build that Eiffel Tower.
Dude, hold on.
And what's the only thing in Paris that fucking Hitler didn't fucking nuke?
Hold on, I don't know.
The Eiffel fucking Tower!
I don't know about that, but they built the Empire State Building in 2 years.
No, impossible.
Nope.
It was probably already there.
Nope. They built it in 2 years, dude. Empire State Building. And
what year was it built?
Let's see right now, dude.
Look at the year the Empire State Building was built, and then look at the year the Eiffel Tower was built, please. Fact check me.
Empire State Building is a 102-story Art Deco skyscraper in Midtown Manhattan. The building was designed, blah, 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 and built from 1930 1931.
When was
In 1 year,
when was the New York World Fair?
it was named. Let me see. New York World Fair. So that was 1930 to 31, right? New York World Fair. NYC World Fair. 1964.
Wait a minute. Wait.
1964 was the New York's World Fair. 1964 to 1965, World Fair was a World Fair that held over 140 pavilions, 110 restaurants, represented 80 countries, hosted by 37 nations.
Who built
In December 2nd. Oh shit! Today's the anniversary of the World Fair. Hey, congrats, World Fair.
Hey, no such thing as coincidence.
It was reflected on number time.
Who built that? What did you say? What building are we talking about?
Eiffel Tower.
No.
Oh, Empire State Building. So
who built the Empire State Building?
Who built the Empire State Building?
Yes.
Okay. Who built Empire?
Hey, imagine everything that we're looking up online right here is just a fucking lie.
Shreve Lamb. Designed by Shreve and Lamb in Hamilton. Built from 1930 to 31, is derived from the Empire State, nickname of New York.
Now let's look at that company now.
That company?
Yes. What do they call it? Shreve and Rive Hamilton?
It is called General Motors with John Ramsey from Walmart. The design was Shreve, Lamb, and Hammond. And it was built from 30 to 31. So that's what I'm saying. It was built in a year. And the reason why it only took a year is because...
But that's the industrial age.
Well, they didn't give a fuck about people's... if we look up how many people died during the building of the Empire State Building, I'm pretty sure it was like 60. Because back then...
Probably more.
Fuck yeah, dude. They just threw manpower... Again, like the pyramids.
And those are the ones that we know. What about the mafia that bury motherfuckers in the fucking concrete of that building? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. Let's see. I'm going to put how many people... Now you're diving into my other fucking... died during the Eiffel Tower. Let's see, during the Eiffel Tower.
What year was Eiffel Tower built? 1906?
Eiffel Tower was built in 1887 to 1889, so 2 years.
Now, how the fuck did they build the Eiffel Tower in 1887, dog?
I'll tell you right now. This is 15.
They built it for the World Fair, and they decided to leave it up.
This is essential facts about the world, about the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower was built in 1887 to 1889 by French engineer Gustave Eiffel. So it was his tower. Whose company specialized in building material, framework, and structures. Gaston Eiffel is the origin of many metal works in Europe, including the Portovol viaducts, a bunch of viaducts in fucking France. The company was located in Paris, France. Also built metal framework for another. So, yeah, famous monuments for the Statue of Liberty. So you look at that. Also built the metalwork, another world famous monument for the Statue of Liberty, and pretty much that's it.
Have you seen, Tesla, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen like Tesla's...
Tesla, the company, or Tesla, the man?
The man.
Yeah.
Have you seen the structures that he built that supposedly draw electricity from the ground and
distribute wirelessly? Yeah.
It looked like the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. Yeah, so supposedly there was a lot of Tesla innovations that was wireless charging. So it'd be, I want to say 220 to 220 volt in the air. So everything would be naturally charged. There would be no, his idea, if I'm not mistaken, was that there would be no landlines of electricity.
Mm-hmm.
It would be just all in the air.
Free energy,
wireless.
Just like Big Pharma.
What do you mean?
Just the way Big Pharma would not make money from healthy people.
Mm-hmm. Well,
big companies would not make money from free energy.
Well, and that's why
Edison.
Well, that's why Tesla and Edison had such a beef, because Edison was like, no, we can patent all this and make money off of it. And Tesla, I mean, I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I didn't live back then, but I'm pretty sure Tesla wanted to make money from all this shit too. But Edison, from what I gather, had the thug power behind him to go ahead and say, hey, that's my patent. You created that, but I'm going to take it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And so from what I gather, that's what Edison was. He took whatever brilliant ideas were at the time and just
added to them,
advanced them, added on to them. So he didn't have any original ideas, but he had ideas that were like, oh, you got the telephone? Well, I'm gonna take that to the next level. Whatever it was. I'm not saying he invented the telephone. Graham Bell invented the telephone, but Edison would go ahead and take an idea and just elaborate, build on it. Yeah. And so when he saw Tesla's shit, it was easy because Tesla,
he was inspired.
Well, but he was also a little bit of a crackpot too. So like he had a pigeon girlfriend, and he did a lot of wacky shit like that. And because of that, that was exploited and taken advantage of, I think. And Edison, because he had the bigger name and Tesla was the second at that time, and a lot of his theories were really far outlandish, like, you know, wireless electricity through the air and things that he had about travel. He wanted to do a lot of like and this, again, let me preference all this bro science.
I love bro science.
Bro science.
Hey, but bro science could be true science, because you know what bro science is? You described it perfect. You gave the perfect description when you said that you're driving around, right?
Yeah.
And you're just collecting information from everywhere. Boom, 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 boom.
But
then you're bringing it together. But you're bringing it together, right? And you bring it together, and you look at it, you evaluate, and you pick things apart that make sense. You put things away that don't make sense, and then from the things that make sense, you just start building on that.
Well, and that's all you can do. That's everything. That's grade school. That's you sit there and you listen to the teacher talk about math or science or whatever, and you take your notes or you absorb the information how you can, right? And then you take that information and you go, from what you know, from your personal experience, from your trial and error of life.
You do an Edison.
You do an Edison. You go.
You do an Edison.
Yeah, you go. You go. I see what you say, and this is my experience on top of that.
Right.
That makes sense, or that doesn't make sense, or that doesn't check out.
So it's like it's meant to inspire you.
Well,
inspire to learn more.
Just like anything in life, it's building blocks. So the blocks are there. You want to learn about automotive. The blocks are there. All the blocks about automotive are there. So you read. You remember back in the day, if you wanted to fix your car, you had to buy that fucking manual. You remember you'd go to the auto store and you buy that manual for your Camry or your Toyota or your Nova, whatever the fuck. And it was like thick. It was like this thick. I forgot what it was called. It's called like Chitlin's manual or whatever the fuck it was, right? And it would give you the breakdown of the motor, the fucking transmission, the electrical, the frame, the fucking braking system, the everything. It'd give you the cooling system. It'd give you every fucking breakdown where every bolt was as per the manufacturer. Right? You would take that book, read it, fix your car, but then you'd get a fucking Holley exhaust or a Holley intake. That's not in the manual. But
you do an alternative route.
Yeah. You go, I know this book. This shit I know. For sure, because I've taken this car apart 100 times. I've changed the transmission, the oil, the fucking brakes, the fucking fuel pump, the radiator. But now I want to add this fucking aftermarket cam.
And let's drill over here. Boom, drill over here, drill here,
whatever
drill
it is.
Here, and then just put this here, and it's still gonna work.
Well, not only is it going to work, but I supercharge it. I took what was there and I added on.
Yeah.
I put an intake. I put an exhaust. I put a fucking manifold. I put a fucking all the shit computer. I changed up the fucking brakes. I added sway bars. I did everything that would not only add horsepower but add performance overall, because I knew the base. And that's all I'm doing is I'm taking what I know. What is presented to me as the base of whatever subject, whether it be American history, science, psychology. And I listen to that because I might not know the whole base, but I'll listen to it. I'll listen to someone that claims to be the fucking... And again, there's a lot of people that claim to be the guru of X, Y, or Z, right? But if you take someone that is a legit philosopher, guru, whatever it is, an expert in that field, and you go, tell me what you know about this. And they sit there and they go, the human, whatever. The human fucking frame can take X amount of weight, and you need to work out this way or that way. The human mentality can tolerate X, Y, and Z. You can only have 150 people in your group because anything outside of that becomes distorted and you can't focus. All those things that are true to fact that I learn, and I go, what about this? And I add a little bit on top of that because I'm like, that makes sense in that context of X, Y, and Z. And I think that's what we should all be doing is trying to find the best information that we can find and then build upon that with our own experiences. Because you have your experiences of your job and your life growing up. Growing up, you rode your bike from here to there. You took a trip from here to there. You experienced these hardships, right? And then you take your experience with what you know of the general science of it, and you add on top, and you go, I have a little bit better understanding than I did before. And you build on top of that. You keep building and building and building. And I think that's what we all need to do. But we don't. Because we're bogged down with what's popular, what's on TV, keeping up with the Joneses. I need the new Jordans. What's the new music? We're spread too thin over a lot of subjects. And we never really focus on us because we want to keep up with everything else. You know what I mean? Don't you ever feel that? You never feel like, I didn't hear about that. Why? How come I didn't hear about that?
All the time.
And then you're like, am I out of touch?
I don't want to hear about that though. Because I'm already past all that.
Because that has no relevance to you.
Yeah. I'm already past all that. I already know the game. The bread, water games. I don't include myself in that. I include myself in
what?
This, and that.
There you go.
Boom. This is what I do. Boom.
Yeah.
So I fill my brain up with what I feel is important. I fill my time up with what will. So I set a goal. Well, I have a goal. Check it out. I have a goal, right? And that goal that I have, I feed it with everything. Boom. I just feed it, boom, 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 and I adapt to everything that comes in my direction as long as I just stay on that goal, and I don't allow any outside forces.
Well, it's because
fuck with my goal
because you're focusing on what you deem to you as important,
and I only absorb what is going to. I only absorb what is going to propel me into my goal
according to what you're focused on, right?
Yeah.
Because I really feel like I
have an end game. I have an end game, dog. I have an end game, and I see that end game, and I think about that end game. I envision that end game,
and you want to work towards that. That you have a goal.
In everything throughout the day that's going to help me achieve that end game, and I filter out everything that's not going to help me hit that end game. Well, and I have decided that all that extra bullshit that's being given to me to distract me is not going to benefit me reaching my fucking end game, dog.
You remember in the beginning, I said, what's your reality? And your reality is always what your end game is. You're working towards your reality and living in it at the same time. This sounds all heady. This sounds all fucking woo-woo and all that shit.
No, but that's reality. That's reality.
But when you stop to really think about it, that's what it is. Your reality is what you are and where you're at. Your reality is right now. You're working. You have an end game. You have a goal to reach.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. You have your goal that you're gonna reach. And every move, it's like chess. Every move you do,
You play chess?
I know how to move. I know how to play. I'm shit at it. But every move that you make, it's a move towards that end goal, right? And so, are you going to make a move if it doesn't? You finish the whole fucking bottle.
Done it before.
I don't. Well, you think I can finish this?
No, you'll be all
dude.
fucking
I would
smacked.
be
If you did
fucking-
that thing, you'd be fucking loaded.
I would be spent. I think I can get right now. Look, we're down to right about here. I think I can get it down to here and still be all right.
That's a lot.
It is, but I've done it before.
Get Daniels.
But yeah, like you have a goal, and your reality is what it is, and you're gonna work within those parameters to get to your end goal, right? That's your reality, and this is like.
But I'm open.
Right, but people always. I've had more than a few people tell me, "You don't care about shit, huh?" And I'm like, "I do. It's not. It's just not the shit that you care about,
Right.
or that you think I should care about.
Right.
The things that I care about are this big, and I think that's what it is. I think as a society, as a person, we should only focus on this, because anything bigger than this is futile. It's just all fucking. You're trying to please other people that are outside of this circle. Your circle is this big. You should focus on your family. You should focus on you. First off, focus on you. If you ain't shit, if you're scatterbrained, you're not whole, you're not healthy in your head, this doesn't mean shit. But if you are, then now you can focus on your wife. You focus on your kids. That's the biggest part, right? Then once you got that on lock, right? You got that on lock. Then you can focus on your friends. And you can focus on your mom and dad.
It's like it gets a little bit bigger.
Gets a little bit bigger, right? Then once you got that unlocked, and by the way, I say unlock. None of this is unlocked. It's always fluid. It's always changing. It's always your kids get older. They need new shoes. They're getting bullied at school. They're not getting. They're the bully at school. Your mom gets sick. She's better. Your wife gets sick. She's better. So everything. Your circle's constantly fluctuating. But as long as you can be fluid with it, right? Someone told me the other day, the best quote they heard was "Be like water" by Bruce Lee. Right? If you can be like water, that's the best thing you could ever do. Be like water. Whatever container that water gets poured into, that water becomes that container, right? And you're able to. I think growing up and being not only, a spouse or a father, just being a man, right? That's being lost nowadays, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Being a man is just sometimes, and more than just sometimes, eating your fucking feelings, eating your fucking pride for the greater good of your family. You know what I mean? So what? You feel inept, or you feel fucking like a failure, or you feel like not good enough. These motherfuckers here, your family, your kids, they don't know what the fuck you're feeling. You gotta man up and fucking. I don't give a fuck about that. These niggas need me. These motherfuckers need me right here. You know what I mean? This core, that my fucking tribe needs me. So all that shit gets pushed to the side. How bad your back hurts. How bad your pride hurts.
Sacrifice. You sacrifice yourself.
It's not even sacrifice, dude. There's no sacrifice. For your family, there's no sacrifice. It's your family.
Yeah. But if you had to, you would.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you had to sacrifice yourself for your family, you would.
But that's what I'm saying. There's no sacrifice. It's always there.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Would you you would die for your family, right?
Of course.
Is that a sacrifice?
No. It's what you're...
It's duty.
That's what you're supposed to do. The moment you get married,
okay,
you have a duty. The moment you have a kid and you lay eyes on that kid, you have a duty. All the way till the day you die. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people, I feel like that's gone away. You know? Back in the day when you had like a farm and you were a settler, you had to have kids to help you with the farm and settle and grow and maintain your family. Because it wasn't a family. It was like a business. Not even a business. It was like a fucking culture. You're cultivating. You're farming. Not only grass and corn and shit like that, but you're cultivating your family, your heritage, your name, right? Your bloodline, right? So you're cultivating that. Back in the day, and if one kid died, it sucked, but you would have another fucking kid to help you, right?
It's a machine.
It's a machine. And when you died, you could lay in your deathbed and look at your fucking anywhere from 5 to 12 kids and go, "You motherfuckers are all right. You guys are good." You know, and as we progress through time, you know, that was back in like the Dust Bowl era. That was back when we had to farm. That was back when we had, before, you know, going to the big cities to become a fucking actor or a superstar or whatever was even a fucking thought. This is back then, right? So you gotta be there. Cultivate. Now it's come to the point where we're here, modern day. A lot of that stuff got lost.
Keep talking. Keep going. A lot of stuff got lost.
A lot of the stuff got lost of needing to keep your family going and keep the farm going, the land and all that shit, you know? I don't know. I just feel like...
You do know. You want to know why? Because you just helped me define. I was defining that action as sacrifice, but it's not a sacrifice. It's a fucking duty.
Yeah, and you know what? Some people...
When did you accept that duty?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so like I said, you've been a father longer than I have, dog. You've been a father longer than I have. You've been married longer than I have, right? So you just can't step into that role. No. When did you say to when did you accept that duty?
That's the thing. You gotta go through it. It's like anything else.
I look at my wife, dog. I look at my kids, and I say to myself, you know what? If I have to die in order for them to live, I'm gonna fucking die. But I'm just not gonna roll over and let myself fucking die. Of course, I'm gonna fight to the death for whatever it is I have to fight to the death for. But if my death will make sure they live, I'll do it.
Well, you have all boys, bro. I have one little boy. Pain in the ass, all of them, mine and yours. I know it. I know it for a fact because all little boys are pains in the ass.
They're fucking nuts.
They're insane. They fight. They throw shit. They jump off of everything. Right? They don't care. They don't care about their brothers. They're just fighting, you know, for whatever, and it's fine because I grew up with a brother. I grew up with siblings. I know how it is. Hopefully, do you have brothers, sisters? You have brothers, sisters? No.
I'm only child.
Only child. Okay. So you never had to fight your brother. Or
but I got cousins. I got friends.
Sure. Okay.
I grew up fighting.
Yeah. So it's like even with your kids, even at the most, you know, you're
again, dog. Dog.
No, she's asking me about some Fortnite shit. At the most, when your kids fight, you don't get mad. You don't choose a side. I know this from being a parent. I know this. I don't have to ask you because I know the answers. And you have boys. I have boys and girls. But you have just boys. I know when they fight, they get crazy. You don't choose sides. You don't go, it's your fault. It's your fault. No. You go, stop the bullshit. Stop being dicks. Hang out. I know as a parent, I know you're wrong, and I know you're wrong. And guess what? Because I'm a pain in the ass growing up, I know you're right, and I know you're right. I know you have a case, and you have a case. I know it. Because as a pain in the ass growing up as a kid, I know as wrong as I was, I had a case. I knew what I was saying. Even though I'm labeled as a liar. My uncle from young labeled me a professional liar. My uncle labeled me that. He goes, "You motherfucker are a professional liar." And I didn't know what that meant till I grew up. And yes, but I know you have a case and I know you have a case. Because you feel you're right. You did X, Y, and Z and you worked hard and this person shit on it. And I know you took advantage because you feel like you were wronged for X, Y, and Z because you did X, Y, and Z last time and they didn't help you. And so now you took advantage. I know, I get it. I get all that. So when I get a letter from my kid's school saying your kid was loud and disruptive during class and a pain in the ass and running around and saying no and just being out of character and this is not acceptable in our class, I go, I get it.
Yeah.
I go, that's not what he's supposed to do, for sure. But I get it.
Yeah.
And I get it for each one of my kids. When one of my kids got in trouble for throwing fucking toilet paper wads, wet toilet paper wads on the ceiling of the bathroom school.
Did you? Of course
I
you
did that.
Yeah, me too.
And I did. Why did you do that? Because you wanted to go check this shit out.
Because I was that age.
You were that age and you wanted to make someone laugh.
Huh?
And you were that age because you wanted to be cool. I get it, dude. Now I'm gonna tell them, hey, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't be fucking getting in trouble for that shit. You can't be throwing toilet paper wads on the ceiling of the bathroom. You can't be running around the fucking classroom going, no, I don't care. But I get it.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm there with you, bro. But as a parent, it's up to you to go, dude, come on, bro.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. You know better than that. And this is where I get in trouble because I go, you know better than that.
Hey, that's what I tell my kids. I get it. I know what you're doing. I did that too. But you can't do that at school.
Yeah, but then
don't do that shit.
You know the conversation I have after that? How was it? Was it fun?
Yeah.
and this is why I tell them, like, I've told, hey, don't throw fucking toilet paper on the. That's what you get. You got in trouble. You got to clean that shit. That's what you get. It was fun though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it bigger.
Yeah. Hey, things like do. We put a lot of water, so it splats everywhere. You know, I get it because I was that pain in the ass kid. But you know what I mean? Like all those bad things that we used to do growing up, cutting school, getting in trouble,
saying bad words, giving the middle finger. My kids are doing that right now.
Do you remember the first time you said a bad word?
Fuck yeah, I do.
I remember the instance.
And I remember why I started saying bad words.
Why'd you say it?
I have a cousin, my cousin Steven. I fucking love that motherfucker. I'm gonna have him on the show too. So he told me, he's older than me. He's 5 years older than me. He told me he's 5 years older than me, dog. Wait, 5 or 4? No, he's 4. He's 4, Charlie's 5, Steven's 4. He told me, hey, we need to start saying bad words to be cool. And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, we need to start saying like shit, fuck, bullshit, fuck you. We need to start saying bad words to be cool. And I was like, all right, fuck it. Not to say fuck it, but I was like, all right, let's go. Let's say bad words. So I started to say bad words because my older cousin Steven say bad words.
When?
I was maybe about, I don't even know, dog. I don't know the age.
I remember I was in kindergarten, and like people go, "Oh, you gotta have early memories and shit." I have a memory from when I think I was 4, maybe 5, but saying the bad words, I was definitely in kindergarten, and I remember it was my friend Christopher Verdi. He sat next to me right here, and he was like, "Yo, we gotta say bad words."
Shut the fuck up!
And
same shit. Hey, that was the same shit.
In the middle, and he goes, "You never said bad words?" I was like, "No, I never said bad words." And he goes, "You should say it." And I go, "Why?" And I remember I was having like a conflict, like because growing up, your parents are like, don't say that shit. Don't say bad words. And you as a little approachable kid, you're like, "No, I don't want to say that. I want to be good." And Christopher, fucking devil, sitting next to me going, say bad
She just had a different perspective. What do you? Okay, so
I was like, hey, do you remember your first bad word?
probably fuck.
Yeah, dude, that was my first bad
The
word.
mother of all bad words.
I remember I was in kindergarten. He was like, just say it. Say it. And I was like, no, I don't want to say it. Because, you know, even your boys now, you tell them. You tell your boys. I test your boys. Tell your boys. Say some bad words. They'll be like, no. They get, no.
No, they'll say it.
Oh, really?
Oh, 100%.
When I was little, I didn't want to say it.
They say it because I say it. I say fuck all day, dog.
Well,
Hey, my kids are professional cussers because of me. I'm a professional cusser because of my fucking dad.
well, I'll tell you this. Me too. I'm a professional cusser because of my dad. But so I remember I was like, I'm not supposed to say that. And he goes, say it. No one's going to be mad at you. It's just me and you, bro.
Yeah.
I stood up in the middle of fucking kindergarten and go, fuck! And sat back down. And he was like, oh, you're going to get in trouble. I was like, ah!
You did it.
Yeah, but nothing happened. And so from that point on, I was like, I'm free, bro.